My name is Mindy Hord. I've been a coach since February of 2012, and throughout my career as an independent team Beachbody coach, I've been asked questions from people outside of my team but within our organization for tips on how to be a successful coach, how to keep growing your team and growing a team of leaders, and to see the growth that gradually happens over time. And a lot of people have success in the beginning and they don't see the continual growth. So my main tip that I tell people is that I embrace the 3 vital behaviors, and I teach my team to do the same thing. If you're a coach, I'm sure you're familiar that the first one is invite, invite, invite. The second one is to be proof that the product works, and the third is to engage in personal development. What people don't understand is that these small steps that you do every day in the beginning lead to growth. And if you teach your team to do the same thing, you're going to see growth for them and as a team. And you're going to see, if they consistently do this every day, you're going to see the growth over time. And you're going to see people who emerge as leaders and have great transformation. And this is something that can't be done in the beginning and neglected as time goes on. This is something that continuously has to be implemented. For me, being proof that the product works is pretty easy, because if you are drinking Shakeology every day, if you're using the program that you chose to help you reach your goals that fits your likes and your lifestyle, that's easy. Personal development seems to be something that does get often neglected, and it is also a key component to your growth. The first one is invite, invite, invite. What people may not understand is that you can't have one that you do regularly and neglect the others and see ongoing growth and as a person or as a team. So you have to embrace all of these. The first one, invite, 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 is one that seems to be very scary for people, and for me it has always been scary. It still is, and I know lots of coaches within our organization who are confident enough to go and approach people in the grocery store line or on an elevator or sitting next to them at a restaurant. I for myself have not gotten to that point. I hope that one day I am, but you can implement the invitation process the same way as somebody else, but just approach it differently. So my tips are if you're struggling in this and you're not good at just approaching random people and striking up a conversation, which leads to the invitation process, is to do what I've done. And this is not something that is mandatory or that you must do. This is just what works for me, so I thought I'd share it with you. For me, I'm very open in social media. The amount of openness and the pace that you go at is really set by you. And so if you don't feel comfortable doing something, then you don't have to just because I'm saying to do that. This is for me what's worked is I share a lot on Facebook, on Instagram, through YouTube, things about my life that you might find mundane, some things that you may be even ashamed of, but things that I find that opening up to other people helps them connect to me, helps them understand me, because I don't, like many other people who are moms, have never been able to just get in front of a lot of people. I, live in a small town, so for me, my platform to reach others has been through social media. Well, if you only post limited things and you only share sales and you only share, facts about workouts and Shakeology, it's not a way for people to connect with you. So I market myself by sharing as many, facets of my life as possible. Things about my children, things about my husband, things about my personal growth, things about my team. And then so people connect with me this way. They get to know me. And so they're not just buying a product. They're buying into the lifestyle, the results that I've had that go far beyond how many, pounds I've lost or how many inches I've lost or what size clothing I'm in. They see this whole lifestyle and this whole transition, and it's, for me, I'm with Beachbody because I have a place to belong. I have a positive support system, and I have a family for the first time. So I really can measure myself as the proof that the products work and proof that the Beachbody opportunity can really grow you into a totally different person. So when people come to me, they ask me questions about specific things, about coaching, about Shakeology, about 21-day fix or PIO or whatever program that I'm doing, or that they see other people in my organization that they are seeing the growth, because people want to see results and they want to see the proof that the products work and that this lifestyle does this. So when they come to me, I invite them into a challenge group. I have a challenge group every month. And so then, number one, they have put interest into me. They have watched me grow, and then they want part of that lifestyle. So when they come to me, I have a challenge group that starts every month that I put them into. I explain to them how this growth has happened, not just what they've seen with their own eyes, but tell them how the challenge groups are, what people engage in and how they feel that they have support for the first time in their life. And I invite them into that. So for me, this is how I invite. I also, I don't post about it every day, but a couple times on social media throughout the month, I discuss, groups that are starting up. I've done event invites through Facebook where, people who are not already coaches get invited to. And so this is where I give them, information, and they can either, accept it as yes or no. But whenever they're part of this invitation process, then I get to post throughout the time from the time I've started the event invite to when actually the challenge group starts. I post things about challengers and about the results they've seen from this program, and I share things from my blog that I've posted about this program, so that they can over time watch this and see and become educated on the program and how the challenge groups work, and they get to see through social media on my personal page how other people have benefited. So this is how I do this. I share facts about people and proof that the products work and proof that what I'm saying is legitimate, and I share so that they can build a trusting relationship and get to know me and know that when I say this is a challenge group and this is what to expect, that it actually happens. So that's how personally I do my invitation process. And every month I run a challenge group. I do one that's based on a program, and not all the time do people actually purchase the program that I am running the challenge group on, because the last thing I want to do is match them up to a program just because everybody else is doing it that doesn't fit their needs and their interests in their lifestyle. So I really work with them that way. So that is how I invite. Having a consistent challenge group and having something consistently you're working for, and a date. And for me this month I'm doing a free challenge group where I am educating people on clean eating, on Shakeology, and I'm using workouts from YouTube, from Autumn, and different things that are free out there, so they can become educated on how a challenge group works and how clean eating and following a meal plan are going to help them reach their goals. And then I also, they become familiar with the trainers. So that is how I invite, is I basically share as much as I can about me, so that they become sold on me and they see what type of person I am, and they can learn to trust me. And then this makes the invitation process when I actually have a clear path that this is the group that I'm going to put you in, and this is what I'm going to teach you. And so that is how I invite. So I hope that I've helped other people who may be fearful of approaching people who are strangers understand that the invitation process can be the same. That you invite somebody into a group, you tell them what to expect, you put them in there, and you run the group, which helps them reach their goals. But it doesn't have to be, your invitation process does not have to be delivered exactly the way another coach does it. But for me, this is how Mindy's invitation process works. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me, and I will be able to gladly share more detail on the tips that I have that have helped me really grow a successful business and help people reach their goals. So thank you for listening.